And good evening. It's Karen from Stamping on the Back Porch. And this has been a fun day for World Card Making Day. So I know a bunch of you have gone and watched. Some of the members of my team did lives today, and it's really fun to watch them. You know, we're all at different parts of our journey, and I noticed a couple of them. The videos were sideways and people were commenting. Yeah, believe me, I've done that too. We've all done that. And so I just want to just say thank you. We just appreciate the chance to get to share with you. And I'd love it if you make comments, engage, get to know these wonderful people that are on my team. And we have so much fun together and they're just awesome. So let me know if you have any questions, and it's good to have everyone here. You have until Monday morning, but we're kind of saying the weekend to go watch all the videos. So I'll have the link again. And each person has a giveaway for their own video. I'm doing 2 videos, so I have 2 giveaways. This is the one from this morning. Since I'm doing quick cards today, this is my special World Card Day. So I also have these for making quick cards. So I have 2 different card kits. And then Monday night, I'm taking all the winning names, and then live, we're going to draw a grand prize winner. So you have a chance to get into all of that. So thank you, everyone. We just do love the chance to get to share with you. And I hope over time in the Back Porch Stampers, I would like to do more with some of my downlines, so to have you get to know each other. So I thought I'd close out the night with something that I love doing. I went through a bunch of ideas and I realized I actually was gone most of the day. Got home in time. I've watched most of the videos. I have to finish a couple. But we were with our grandson. So I knew I had to have something prepared to come home to, because believe it or not, I can create cards spur of the moment, but I can't come up with, diagrams spur of the moment. So for those of you actually want directions, I try to piece this. So we're really going simple tonight. We are only using a 6x6 designer series paper. So you just pick something that you like both sides to. I picked out some of these from Expressions in Ink. This is just gorgeous designer series paper. One side has this foiling on it. See how they're just different. So anyway, I did 3 sets of these cards. The link to the other video, thank you for asking. You can go to KarenTitus.com, and that's the very first post is still up there. I'm going to be putting up tomorrow some other posts to give directions on the things that I've done. So go there now, but I'll put a link to that. Or you can go to my Facebook page, which is just Facebook Stamping on the Back Porch, and you'll see there the list of the day. But for right now, I think it's easier just to go to KarenTitus.com, and they're all linked right there. And then the times, the replays are all up. So we absolutely love this. And, I'm trying to think of how long ago it was that I actually started doing lives. I'm going to have to go back and look, because time is away. I keep wanting to say it's been 3 years, but it's probably been 4. Time has a way. We all know that. So anyway, to close this out really simply, all we're going to take is a 6x6 sheet of paper. And so I'm using from these. I'm going to show you 3 different sets. Now, this morning, I did some really fun Wildcat cards with the Wildcat set. This layout would also be awesome used with that. So that's what I love. Ideas are all meant to be interchanged, interused. But since I did that this morning, thought it'd be fun to do florals now. So first, I'm going to show you what the 3 cards. Each of these papers is going to make 3 cards. Okay. So here's 1, and then we're just going to try to do it. One thing that I love about doing this kind of a thing is you can make a variety of cards that are all going to look different. Now, wouldn't this make a nice box set? And you could put words on these and make them all 3 things. This is a thank you. You could do a thank you, a birthday, a thinking of you, and you'd have a really fun little set. And you'll notice I've just cut out and popped up. I love to do that right from the paper. And this is where the Wildcat set that we're doing. See, that would be beautiful too. We could use these same layouts and do that. So that's where just keep this in mind. And like this doesn't really need that. This could have words instead. So just be creative. I just started cutting out flowers. This wouldn't need this either. It could have words all the way across. So that's where you just get creative. These are just ideas to get you started. So there's 1 set. And then This is the set we're going to do tonight. You'll see they're the very same layouts. I'm just using a different sheet, and then they're different colors. But aren't those fun? Isn't that a fun variety of cards? Okay, so this is the one we're going to do tonight. And I think these are a really lovely floral, but that's why I always want to think, you don't have to think floral. You could think animals or cutesy or anything at all. And then the other one, on this one, was another one of the pages, and you notice I even did 3 different background shade, because you can pick any of the colors out of any of this. I just think they're fun cards. Okay, so who's ready to make this with me? I will put, this is what will go up tomorrow on my blog, and then I can type in, so it's easier to put this. So I'm going to try to explain this as we walk this through this. This is 1 inch cut off at the bottom. So that's going to be a 1 inch. This right here is 2.5 inches. And then I cut off 2 1-inch strips. The rest of these are 1/4 or 1/2 inch. They're just little bitty strips. I just put those in, and you'll see which card those are for. And then this bottom one is just cut in half. So do you see what an easy layout it is? Now, I would actually cut, in fact, I'm only going to do one. Well, you know what? I will do 2 at a time here tonight. I was going to say, I would typically do this 2 together for a couple of reasons. One, you can mix and match all these pieces when you've done them. That kind of becomes like a double. Don't you wonder if you don't like one side, or you can make them all go together? But also, because it's really easy typically to cut 2 pieces together, so you might as well do it. But I don't know if it's easier if I do 2 pieces or just 1. You know what? I might just do 1, just because it might be easiest just to see what I'm doing. Let's do this way. Okay. So we are going to play along. Okay, some of you are ready. Yes, Rebecca, when you just change the color, they just look different. And I think, like in this one, when you just change the color of the background, even the paper can be the same, and then they just look different. And then on the others, I just was highlighting the particular color they had. So it's kind of however you want to do it. So this is gonna be really easy. So this is my 6-inch piece. So I'm gonna cut it one of the directions at 5. So I'm cutting off 1 inch. This 1-inch piece, I'm gonna cut in half. So I'm gonna make that 3. Okay, so I have that piece. This piece, now I'm going to tell you, hint, if I'm doing a bunch of these, I'm actually going to start from this end. I'm not going to here, because I think it makes more sense to watch me go from here. But you can see if I'm making a bunch and kind of get what I'm doing, I actually start with this way, because it's easier to do thin strips on a bigger sheet of paper. And then I work it down to my 2.5. But I think visually for watching me, it's easier to do it this way. So I'm going to do my 2.5. I love coming up with these because it's just so easy to do things that are just all different. Okay, so there's my 2.5, and that's going to go with those. That's 1 card. Now I'm going to do 2 1-inch strips. There's 1. And 2. This is my 2nd card. Put those right there. And then I have just this little piece left, so I'm going to do some 1/4 inches and some 1/2 inches. And really what that means is it doesn't matter what I'm going to do. You can see where it gets a little harder to, in fact, I might just do, I'm just going to do whatever. I'm not even measuring. I'm just cutting these into little strips. And I'm not going to care if they're not even, like those aren't. You see how that's kind of going off? But I'm not caring for this. But this is visually, I think, how you can see why it doesn't have a holder to hold it right there. Why I kind of would work from the other way if I'm doing a bunch of them. But it's just easier to look at this as being the end. Okay, so this is my 3rd card. So I'm going to set that one over there. And then Pat, thank you. She says, love your videos. That is wonderful. Okay, and so now we're going to build our card. So the first one we're going to build is this one. And I'm going to lay all 3 of these out. To see how they are all the same pattern. We have this piece, and then we have these 2 tucked in the side. Now, what's cool about this, I did put these on a little frame here because it just stood out a little more, but I'm going to show that you really wouldn't need to, because this is how it would look if I didn't. And to see how that looks good too. You can always frame something extra, but you don't need to. So that would really be just fine on its own. We're going to do this. I'm going to put this in the middle. And then what I like to do, you guys know how much I like, I like glue dots. So watch why I like it here. I'm going to do my glue dots in the 4 corners. And now I'll put that on my, just going to center that. And now what I love, and you can see these are the same patterns. I'm just flipping them over. But you could mix and match with others. You know, the reason I'm doing it this way is that's why I just said to pick something where you like both sides. This is why I like doing that. I put that up with dimensionals, and now I can just tuck this in wherever I want it to go. Okay, I'm going to press it down right there. And then I'm going to take this one and press it down right there. How cool. 1 card done. So here I added, you know, see these flowers are all cut out from the paper. But I could just as easily add words here. Words would be really pretty, just a punch words. It also stands alone. It could also go this way. You know, this is could go any direction card. But I think those are really fun. I did mine to kind of make them similar, but those are all possibilities with that. So that is card number 1. Yeah, is Tim cooking dinner? That is the question of the night. We actually had dinner with our grandson Hank. We took him to a soccer game, and then we took him over to his other grandma's house, who was also Grandma Karen. Had dinner with them. We are getting company tomorrow. So Tim, what are you cooking?
My famous chicken salad.
Yes, Tim has this famous chicken salad, and we have 2 followers coming from out east that are doing a road trip to visit Julie Heights, Holly, and me. 3 of us from the Fine Line. Is that hilarious? They're coming by tomorrow. So we're going to have chicken salad ready to serve, and we're going to make some cards. We'll do a quick little video when we get there. But, you know, they're coming to us instead of, you know, waiting for us to come to them. So
am I being quiet enough, everybody?
I did warn him. He had to be a little quiet out there, but they can still hear him. But you know, like Rebecca says, that is a good sound, right? So
It is.
Thank you from Tim. Okay. Now, the next card, I think this is really cool. Do you see how this is just a little different? Because it has these angles. So I'm going to take these 2 1-inch strips, and I'm going to want to shorten these a little. But again, it's going to be kind of hit and miss. It's not going to matter a lot. I'm going to, let me see. I'm going to do that. Okay. And then I'm going to want the sides even. So I'm going to flip this way. And I'm just going to want to make sure these, okay. Do you see how I'm lining this up on that line? That's how I know that they're going to be equal on this side. And then I'm cutting off a little bit. Those will just be my extra little strips. But I think this is another just fun way of doing some cards. Because now when I put them on, I can make them go just like that. I'm going to line up these edges so they're straight, quite straight. And that's just going to give me a very different look on my cards. Okay, so I will do this one. I think I cut off a little more than I would have liked to cut off a little less. I'm just going to tell you what I would do about that. If I cared. Tonight I don't care, but you know, since this is kind of a cut and go. Do you see how this one is a little longer and it looks more proportional to me? I cut these a little shorter. So here's what I'm going to do. And of course, I wouldn't need to, and I hope this isn't confusing, but if I wanted them a little shorter, I'll just think, oh, I should have cut this. Okay, I'm going to make these a little bit smaller then. Okay, let me just trim off a little. You know, cards are just meant to be experimented with. And I have no idea if I'm cutting these off the least bit straight, but I just want to play, you know, nothing about measurements. I mean, none of it really matters. These are your cards. You're going to make whatever you want out of them. But now I just made this smaller, and I think that's going to be a really cool look. It's this much smaller, but it's going to work. And I could add, see, I don't even have enough papers here. If I put that on here, now I would add, see, I probably cut a green and put under there. Or I might, with this one, cut 2 greens. Do you see how this one is 2 greens? Now that I made this smaller, I could do that. hope I'm not confusing you all. But I just love this. I love that we have this potential to do all kinds of things. And I think this is just really a cool look. So this is this card. And I'm gonna find the other two cards. Here is this card, and here is this card. And again, these would be really lovely. Like if we were doing the wild animals, can't you just see one of the wild cats just sitting right there? Or use a punch with words sitting right there, and it just showcases the paper. Now this one's going this way. These are going this way. It's just however I cut them, and it makes no difference. So I hope some of you love easy as much as I do, because that's really what we're going for today. Yeah, fixing on the fly. You're right, Tammy, because isn't that what we often end up doing? And then this last one is just what we're doing with all the little bits and pieces. Look, I think these are all just cute, cute cards. Okay, and just colorful. So this is definitely a strip card. A lot of these are. You know, all of these would be good, especially these two, because they're all just bits of paper, would be just great from your scrap pile. The reason I like thinking about a 6x6 is often we'll just work with something like that. And if we want to maximize our paper right from the start. And so here are my pieces. And for this, I am taking, okay, right here. I'll use this for background. Okay, no, I need a little one. I think this is a 3 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to say it's that, but it could be anything similar to that. You know, isn't really going to matter. And then I'm going to put glue kind of all around. Oh, let's see. I'm going to go around here and maybe up there. Okay. However much I'm going to do. And then I'm going to just start. Now mine are kind of, I'm noticing as I look at this that mine are pretty equally cut out, and I didn't mean to have them do that way, but this is just fine because it just shows it really doesn't matter. I'm going to start just putting my strips on here. I might have gone a little high. We might run out of paper. If we do, I'll just tell you, we just find more scraps to fix them. So I'll put them, you can see I'm putting them so they'll just go right along the edge there. Okay. This one isn't showing as much diverse interest, I guess, as some of the others. Okay, but that's cool. Okay, that's good. And I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to cut these off. Do it over there so it doesn't land in any ink. And then look at this. I can just keep going with my extra pieces that I cut off. Whoops, got to get that on there so it holds. Okay, and then I have this. Okay, now how fun is this? And then I'm going to put this one on. Okay. Now, the trick to this is I need to let this dry before I cut it. But I think that is really a cool look. Some of you like the last one best, so that's just great. So once this is dry, I'm going to put it in my paper cutter. So I guess you see that's not a nice sharp edge. I was just doing it with my scissors. I'm going to put it in my paper cutter and get a nice sharp edge. And then this is what I'm going to end up with. Let's see. Here's the exact one I had. Now you'll see this one has wider and some narrower, and this is more uniform. And so the point is, it doesn't matter. This is just really what we're using with those end pieces. And so all of these are done this way. So we have 3 different but very cute card out of each 6x6. Now I'm going to put both this and the morning one over in the back porch stampers so we can start a thread of what you do with these. I am going to go do that now as soon as I'm done, and I'll put a link to where you can watch all the rest of the videos from today. And thank you for spending this time with us, for just being an encouragement to all of us. We just so appreciate having you in our community. And we'll see you on Monday night. And Monday night we will do a grand prize drawing. And that will be fun. You'll love what that is. So thanks, you guys, and have a wonderful night. Bye.